See, I'm not used to being in this side it's usually me on the other side, right? I do want to be transparent. I'm not just speaking to you as well, like in terms of getting help on this. Even though I booked this call,
Sure.
don't know, the apartment wants to sleep on it.
Hey, AB, how we doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good, good. Looks like you booked a call at Policy, seeing if we could help you with getting some advanced sales training so you can sell more, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cool, man. I can hear you, but I cannot see you, man. Not sure what's going on over there.
All right. Yeah. Let me just get my webcam up. I've got my webcam, but trying to
Okay.
change the audio. Give me a sec, man.
All good, man. Just hope you're not in your pajamas over there, man. That's all.
All right.
Okay, that's good to hear.
One sec. Okay. Right. So, there we go. Cool.
There we go, man. Cool.
Oh.
So yeah, what's gonna cause you to feel like you need some sales training, man, to see if it can help?
Yeah. So I'll kind of give you the rundown. I was in sales. I've pretty much been in sales for a while, but I was
Okay.
in sales from probably like March of 2022 with a
Okay.
company called Agency Box. Not sure if
Got it.
you've
So,
heard.
so just so I can understand, three years in sales so far, right?
Yeah. So that was
Remind me,
3 years.
what are you selling now then?
Oh, nothing to say. I've just split with my business partner, so
Got it.
got a deal. So yeah, it's been a bit of a. I don't think I'm bad, but I've not been in the game for a while, so I'm like, okay, let me just.
That's
I'm
fair.
gonna go back. I'm gonna go back into it again. I can get offers
Well,
like.
like as Jeremy says, right? There's always four types of salespeople, man. There's like the winger who like never gets sales training, right? He just reads
Mm,
books, maybe some YouTube videos, and thinks he's good. There's the dabbler, man, who kind of just again never gets sales training and just works from time to time. Or there's know it all, right? The person who feels like they know it all, never gets sales training, maybe get a couple sales, so it's okay, but they work like 8 to 12 hours a day. And there's obviously the committed to mastery, people who are actually committed to learning, always reinvesting in their skills, and those people who typically get further in life. Where do you feel like you have been, like transparently, in that boat in the last couple of years?
mm, well, initially, the guy who taught me, he used to work for Grant Cardone, so like, I'm not sure a lot of it's down to how good the salesperson is, how good the
It's
offer is.
always down to the work that you put in, right? Because obviously the methodology works. It's just people who are out there getting results. Like methodology works is how you apply it, when you apply it, and if you actually are doing the work necessary to get the result that you're seeking. That's ultimately what matters, right?
And my main thing is really like, I do want to get skilled up because I'm like, I don't know what's out there now. Like, I don't know how crazy the closers are now. Like, how good they actually are. And I'm like, has the industry changed in like the last 18 months in terms of like the high ticket clothing
Well,
space?
I
Like, they
hope
got
it has. I don't think anything stays the same for 18 months. I don't think
significant.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
don't know, like significantly. I don't know, right? It depends, but in
yeah.
terms of changes, of course, that's
Like, I know I
natural.
can close. I've closed in the past, right? It's just like how like am I gonna be like am I
You
gonna
want to
be
be
so
effective,
cocky
right?
doing?
Which is normal. You want to be, well, it just shows a lot because you want to be proactive rather than reactive. We all know those salespeople who get into a role, they start failing, and then they want to get the training, but they've already left about like $100,000, $200,000 on the table because they didn't have the skills. You obviously don't want to be like one of those salespeople, right?
Oh no.
So why now do you really feel like it's time to change, though?
Mm. Well, that's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to get onto it and do really well. That's another thing. I don't know what to expect, right? I've had a lot of people tell me like you are good at closing, um, but I kind of sometimes doubt my abilities. But once I actually get into it, once I
Well,
start
you,
getting the
you
reps
would,
in,
man, because you would doubt your abilities if you haven't done anything, number one. Number two, also if you haven't consistently done training, because it's like being a construction technician worker going out there and not going to college for 4 years and trying to expect to be a professional at it if you don't really have the skill or learn the skill to do it, right? Sales
mm,
is ultimately a professional skill that you have to learn to be able to be confident and great at. And it constantly changes. Like 18 months ago, selling was completely different to what it is now. There's different
yeah,
nuances and things that we do, different sales techniques. It's not going to be the same. The person who always strives, the person who overcomes it and actually invests themselves and put themselves in the positions that he wants to be in. Is that the type of person do you want to be like? Though?
I mean, yeah, of course, yeah.
Why
Like
though?
if it's
Because you
be
don't, you
more,
don't have to. You don't have to though.
yeah. I mean, like if it can make me more money, then absolutely, yeah.
Well, I've never seen anyone get sales training and sell less. To be honest with you,
Well, yeah, you'd hope so, right?
right? And when
Yeah.
it comes to us, right? Maybe some of the sales trainers out there, I don't know, but maybe. But in terms of like for you, man, what do you really feel like you need in terms of like a training program to get the results you're seeking?
Mm, I mean, what do you have?
Yeah, cool question, bro. Like number one, it's what you need. I don't know. We have multiple different packages, man, that we can sell you. It depends on what you actually need to
Mm,
see if I can help you. Because I don't know if I can yet.
right. I mean, just general mentorship. I would say just like
Okay.
I'm
If I
just
okay,
curious
so
on like their approach
let's
and
say I'm pitching you, right? Let's say I'm pitching you. If I just pitch you a general mentorship, would you buy? If that's what all I told you, no,
well,
right?
obviously I want to kind of know what want to know what I'm getting into, right? Like I
Of
want to
course.
obviously coaching, mentorship. I
What
mean,
does that look like though? Because that is very surface level, brother. Right? What I'm trying to say is, look, man, we have a lot of packages. We have a lot of things we can help you with. What it comes down to is what you actually need. I'm not gonna tell you something that you don't need. What do you feel like you need in terms of training?
mm, I mean, call reviews would be good.
Okay. Call reviews. What else?
I think that's the best way. I mean, and then probably drilling like role play.
Why are those things important to you?
But there's like I think they're the most effective ways of getting good.
Mm. So, what are we trying to make income wise from learning these skills and getting this in place?
Hmm, good question. I mean, I want to get back to where I was making about 10 to 15 a month, right? That was kind of like that was like an average. Some months I'll do
Okay.
20, months I'll do like five,
So
six.
is that like the actual goal, like only 10 to 15, or do you actually
No,
have your
I want to get a boat. Obviously, I mean, dude, I'd love to
okay,
make millions a month, right? But
of
like, I
course.
don't think that's
Like
realistic anytime
realistically,
soon.
like obviously
Yeah,
15, it's like, yeah,
realistically.
I'm getting back to where I want to be. Are you actually gonna be happy back at where you
But that's the
were?
thing. I don't know what's real out there in terms of offers, right? Like, yeah,
I
like,
guess what changes for you though?
I mean, I don't know really. Just, I mean, it'd still be similar lifestyle to what I'm living now, honestly.
There's really no point in you getting there. Might as well stay where you're at,
Definitely not.
brother.
No, they're definitely.
Yeah, I'll
Obviously,
tell you
want to
this
make
much, right? It's
more.
like, have you ever
I,
heard Jeremy's Usain Bolt analogy?
I know, no, I heard of that.
It's like Usain Bolt running for a golden medal. He's going to run fast, right? But Usain Bolt running for a golden medal will line behind him. He's going to run even faster because there's a purpose of why he's doing it. Like, for example, most of our successful clients that come in here, what they have in common is that they all have a strong why, a strong purpose of why they want to
Yeah.
succeed, why they succeed the most. So for you, man, what is the real strong why for you?
Well, fuck, like, I've taken a massive loss. Um, made some bad moves, and I was sitting on like 500K in like in dollars. It was terrible. And that's basically bleeding down now to I've got less than a tenth of that.
Yeah,
So my money's drying out because I mean I've not been in sales. I've been speculating on businesses that just haven't gone to plan. I made my first bit of money. That's when I started doing sales, right? Um, but now I'm like, oh shit, like I need to get back into this game. Like the most amount of money I've made is like being in a sales career.
sure.
Um, so yeah, man, it's just getting back to where well, I don't want to get back to where I was when I get past that, but yeah, I've just been taking a lot of losses over the past fucking
But just
like
because,
eight.
understandably, right? And that's it. It's not the losses that you take, but it's how you overcome them, right? That's what really determines a person. I'm not sure if you ever heard, but Elon Musk, like, do you know how many business he started before he became like really successful? Became Tesla. How successful he is now?
We did a few, right? Didn't it? I don't know. I
It was
don't
like
know if
it
that.
was like nine, man. So like, man took a lot of losses, and so have you. So have I. Everyone's taking losses. What determines someone who's hyper successful and someone who isn't is how they overcome these losses. What
Hmm.
do they do to put themselves in the positions that they need to be in? So for you, man, it comes to really looking at you getting to a point where you've made 20 grand a month, 30 grand a month, even. You're at the point where you've actually changed your life to you're not in this position where you're struggling for money. You're stressing about what's going to happen, but you're actually confident in your skills and you've done the things you need to. What actually happens there for you?
Dude, it's just a peace of mind, right? I remember when I first started in sales, and again, my first business was a failure. I went into sales, that went really well. And I remember
Sure.
when I got into it, it was just that relief, like, oh fuck, like I'm actually winning, like things are going my
Right.
way. I don't, it's hard to explain, right? Like when you've been in a drought so long and then it's like you can drink all of a sudden, it feels good, right? So
Mm.
it's just getting back to
How
that.
did it actually allow you to feel, man? Like finally get to that level again.
Good, man. I mean, yeah, I just want that winning feeling.
Because there's always the other side, right? There's the other side of the coin, which is like you don't learn the skills, you don't put yourself in the position so we need to, we don't take the right actions, and we
Hmm.
continue to feel this way, and you keep experiencing the feeling of what it's like to be this version of yourself, man.
Hmm.
What happens then, though?
Like that, I mean, dude, that's just not gonna happen. That just won't happen. Like
Okay,
I'll get myself out of that.
let me share a different perspective with you. All right, I appreciate you sharing that. Like saying AA is not going to happen. I like the motivation. The one thing I'll say is that do you know why humans change?
I mean, inspiration or desperation, right?
Well, no, it's actually the fear of pain now or
Hmm.
future pain is
Yeah.
why they actually change. And is it a crazy thing for me to say, man, that like the reason why we possibly haven't changed the situation, haven't gotten to where we need to be, is because we actually haven't internalized or visualized what actually happens if this continues.
It's hard for me to think about it because I just know it won't, but let's say hypothetically it did.
You know it won't, but the hard reality, brother, is you actually haven't been. I'm talking from perspective from someone who's been at the level that you want to be at. And I'm saying this because at the end of the day, man, you have been at this place because you've put yourself here. No one has
Yeah.
magically put you there. No one has told you to join this offer, make this
Oh
investment.
no,
X.
no, you're good. No, no, you're right. You're right.
But like, you even said
I
it for
know I can
yourself.
get back. That's my point. I know I can get like.
But
I,
your job isn't to sell the easy people, brother. My job is to sell the easy people. My job is to sell the people who actually don't feel like they need to change and shifting their mindset to feeling like they need to change because it's going to benefit them. That's what you have to realize. No one said you changing your family's life was ever going to be easy. It's going to be hard,
hmm.
right? That's what you have to realize, bro. It's how you overcome it. So again, going back to the question, man, it's like, what actually happens if nothing changes?
Mm, I mean, fuck. I have to move back with my parents. I mean, like, it's not.
What would that actually do to you, though?
I mean, it's not the first time it's happened.
Sure.
Um, I've hit rock bottom a couple of times. Well, once. I'm getting close to it now. Um, it's not. I mean, it's not. My situation is as bad as other people, but it's from where I've been. Right, I bet.
Who are you comparing? Because what you mentioned is like, oh yeah, like I'm not doing that bad. Like, who are you comparing yourself to, bro? Like the homeless people, or like what are we doing here? You know, like we want to compare ourselves to the top 1% because that's where we want to get to. You gotta
Yeah.
realize only top 1% of America makes 600K a year, right? You're wanting to get to that top 1%, right? Which is where you want to get to. But to get there, man, we also have to understand that we have to take the actions to get there. So for you, man, it's like at the end of the day, your language patterns are actually fucking you over. And what I mean by that is like you keep saying to me, okay, oh, I've done that before. Everything's okay if I do that. It's never going to happen. All these language patterns and things you're saying to yourself are the exact reason why we are where we are. Because what we're doing is we're actually, every time we say something, we're justifying why we're there. And every time we talk about our situation, it's like, yeah, but that's okay. Is it though? Do you really want to live that life?
Hmm.
And if you
Yeah.
do, man, that's fine. Like if you want to live the comfortable life, you want to be at 5K a month, you want to live with your parents, like, that's fine. Not everybody, like that's why we have coffee workers. That's why we have people who work in different places because not everybody's made to be a top 1% person.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Fuck. Yeah.
So, what does it actually mean to you, man? You living in with your parents. What does that actually look like for you?
I mean, it's just not a good. Yeah, it's just not ideal. It's just not. It's not going to be good.
In
Um,
what way?
I mean, I feel like a loser, right? Of course. So,
Right. But are you willing to settle for that? Because you can, and most people do.
oh fuck no, fuck no.
Because at the end of the day, whose responsibility is it to settle for that? And who's the one who chooses to settle for that? Is it you or is it anybody else?
Well, it would. I mean, it'd be me, right? If I'm the one who's making that decision. Yeah.
So, do you actually feel now is time for a change?
Yeah, that's why I'm on the call.
Well, the call's one step, brother. I can get in a day. I don't know if I'm going to marry you, right? Okay, cool. Well, let's get into it, man. Did you notice what we did there, Sarah? Like from that sales call?
Yeah. No, no. Like, you're definitely very good in bringing out the pain points. Because I was
It's,
resisting that, and I was curious.
it's
I was like, let me just
it's not about
resist it.
is what am I am I doing it to you or for you? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
Because if you get to see this perspective rather than you just being stuck in your perspective, what are you going to do? You're going to get the training, get the results, and get the things you need to. So I'm not doing it to you, I'm doing it for you. That's what you have to realize. Well,
Yeah.
let's get into it, man. I do want to recommend you a program that we do have, right? My recommendation would be the program that I recommend for you, man, would be the NEPQ 3.0 program, right?
Yeah.
No,
Just
it's $9,800, which is I think 77,000 pounds, something like that, right?
yeah,
Or
about
less.
7,700 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so somewhere around that range, $9,800 for you to get in, get the training, get the skills, so you can put yourself in a better position. Yeah,
Okay. What about in different industries? Because obviously this is B2C, right? Like
yeah.
if I'm selling what I don't know what the offer I'm going to be on, right? Like I just for me like when I'm selling to somebody who is a business owner that's making a shit ton of money versus someone who's fairly new,
Oh, I need to stop you there for a second. Are you going to be selling to robots, or are you going to be selling to humans over there? What's going on, man?
no human, but it's like
Okay,
it is
cool.
yeah, yeah. So
Read
it
that's one
is
thing. Even if they're a business owner, even if they're a different perspective of life, even if they're an A-type personality, they will be sold on something called emotions. That's what we sell them on.
yeah.
The principles will stay the same. Yes, will wording have to change? Yes. Will the way you approach that conversation have to change? Yes. Principles and the outcomes that you're trying to get at every stage, do they change? No. Do the way that prospect actually buys changes because they're a human? No. They will buy in
Mhm.
the same way. That's what you have to understand.
There is a part of it where it's like 9,800, like, can I do it? Yes, I can. But it's like, I mean, it would have been a lot easier, like fucking a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the thing about
and I,
scenarios, man, is that we can't look at like where we were, so where we are now, and number one, not what happened in the past, but what we can do to fix the past. That's the difference, right? It's not like, okay, cool, we were at this position, now we're not. It's like, no, what can we do to put ourselves in a better position? And that's what you have to look at. Because most successful
yeah,
people, when they look at this, they look at how we can overcome it. Because it's all on the way that you view money, right? That's all it comes down to. Most successful people don't view money as a problem, they view it as a symptom. Why? Once you have the skills, what are you going to have more of? Money,
money.
right?
Yeah,
There you go. You not having the skills will cause a lack of what? Money. I can help you with the investment, right? What I can't help you with, though, is the actual commitment to be willing and wanting to change to put yourself and your
yeah,
family in better positions. That's something you're committed to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I'm not used to being in this side as a. It's usually me on the other side, right? I'm not used to this. Oh God.
Well, it's
In
good
terms
because
of
you're being congruent, man. You're going to start asking people to do this and buy and trust in
yeah.
you. Same thing that you're going to have to do to be able to open up them.
Okay. I do want to be transparent. I'm not just speaking to you as well, like in terms of getting help on this. Even though I booked this call,
Sure.
he's basically selling me again, it's 9,800 a month, but he wants to work with me a bit more directly, work on a
9,800
place,
a month.
not a month, like one time, 9,800 like one time. Um, I'm also considering that as well.
Got it. Cool.
Um,
So he's charging 9,800. He wants to work with you a little bit more personal, right? So what do you specifically feel like? Let's say money was out of the equation. Who would you actually go
yeah,
with? From everything you've heard.
who would I go with? See, I don't know, man. It's a tough one because I'm not gonna, it's like. You're not gonna know until you actually buy the products, right? Because I don't know how much of sales is really down to. I think closing is. Don't get me wrong. I think closing is important, but as
Mhm.
I've gone through, like for example, when I tried doing my own sales training thing, right? We literally my close rate shot down completely. It just went so down, like
Wow.
as opposed to when I was doing the agency thing. But that
Sure.
agency, it's called Agency Box. They had a brand already. They had a
Yeah.
YouTube presence. Like we didn't have any of that stuff. So
That's the thing, right? It's
like
like, of course, the offer matters. That's of course, right?
yeah.
But also
So
the person who's at because there's in companies there's people who are making, for example, right? Like this number one, number two. Number two can be making 30 grand a month. Number one could be making 70, right? For example, or my situation. Reason why number one does that is because he has so much of a skill gap. It's not because of
yeah,
leads; they're getting the same leads. It's about the skill gap. The
yeah,
question is, do you want to learn the skills to put yourself in a better position, or do you want to be the guy who just always says, "Oh, it's the offer," and doesn't actually control
yeah,
the controllable, which is your skills to put yourself in a better
yeah.
position? Because the only
No,
thing
I
you
get what
can
you.
control, obviously, the offer,
Yeah,
picking the offer. But once you get in the offer, the only thing you can control is what? Your skills.
yeah,
You can't control anything else. So the
yeah,
controllable is what we have to concentrate on, not the uncontrollable.
yeah,
So if we concentrate on that, we can put ourselves in better positions because we're
yeah,
actually doing on productive things.
yeah. the thing. I've not been on a real offer in like 18 months. So I'm like thinking, okay, do
Sure.
I get back onto it? Okay, let's see how it goes. Um, just I'm gonna be rusty the first maybe few days,
Yeah, you
few
can be
weeks.
that winger, man, who kind of just hopes and prays that things changes. Or you can be the guy who actually puts things to certainty, right? Because
Yeah.
certainty comes from you actually putting yourself in a position where you've actually learned the skills. Like the hope something happens, or the guy who actually puts himself in the best position for things to happen, who gets the best results.
Someone who puts themselves in the best position.
So what do you got to do to put yourself in the best position to get the results you need?
Yeah. Mm. Dude, I don't want to throw this objection at you because I hate it, but
What you mentioned is that you don't know if you can get the result. You don't know if it's going to be the thing that you exactly need. So the hard thing about life is that you'll never know, right? You'll never know if it's going to be the right thing, the perfect thing. You'll never know that because you'll hear that from your prospects when you're selling. It's called fear of uncertainty, fear of the future, right?
mm,
And the one thing is you're going to have to help them overcome it. It's the exact thing that we're going to have to help you do. The only way to overcome it is by understanding one thing. Because if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do?
I have been winging it and I've done
Sure.
okay, like nowhere near my potential. Like I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'm
So just
pretty okay.
imagine what you could get to. It's not about even imagining what you could get to. Imagine what you've lost because we haven't actually committed to mastery. We haven't actually done the things necessary to put ourselves in the positions that we need to be in. How much have we lost? And this is not just money that this is like, oh, just magic money leaving the air. It's money that you could be having to put yourself, your family in a better position. It's like you're on a bridge, right? There's two sides to the bridge. One part of it is where you are now. The guy who just winging it could go in there, make 5, maybe 10 high end K per month, be living an okay life. The other side of the bridge is the guy who you really want to be, man. The guy who's changed his family's life, the guy who's made 30 grand a month, who's done the things he really needs to. The unfortunate part, man, as much as I want to, I just can't cross that bridge for you. You have to do it yourself.
Mm.
What I'll tell you is we'll be here with you every single step of the way, like we have with over 33,000 testimonials out there of people who have gotten the result that you want to get. The hard part, man, is just crossing that bridge. Tell me one thing though, man. Like, are you actually committed to doing everything necessary and everything possible so you can put yourself on that other side of the bridge where you have changed your family's life? You've done the things you actually set out to do for yourself and your family.
Oh yeah, definitely committed to that.
Well, look at it from this perspective, right? Because there's two guys right now, two guys in front of me. There's a guy who you are right now, who is not making the money he needs to, not in the position that he wants to be in. There's the guy who you really want to be, who's making 30 grand per month, done the things he
Yeah.
actually set out to achieve, and actually made the decisions. Ask yourself this question: the guy who's making 30K a month, who's done the things he needs to for himself, he's actually changed his own life. What would he do in this position right here, right now, to put himself in the best position going forward? Would he be the guy who actually makes that decision, even though there's uncertainty, he overcomes it, or does he let it overcome him?
I don't know, dude, because I'm part of me thinking, shit, do I go? So I'm obviously comparing you and them. Um, don't know, dude. Part of me wants to sleep on it.
It's not a fucking mattress, man, so you can't fucking sleep on it, sadly. So, um, you could sleep on it, but do you know what happens when you do?
You know, I've slept on some things and made the decision to buy. That has
Yeah,
happened in the past.
yeah, you could make a decision to buy. You could also not though, because it's like going skydiving. Have you ever gone skydiving?
I actually have, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's shit scary, right?
Exhilarating. I won't say
Yeah,
scared. Definitely
yeah.
fun.
Well, the hard part is like you're on that plane, man, and like the longer you take to jump, the more hard it will be, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's a simple answer, brother. Like if you really
yeah,
look at it, right? It's like when you do anything in life, it's like when you rip a band-aid off. If you do it slowly, it hurts more. If you do it quickly, it just stings and stuff, right?
yeah, yeah.
Same thing, bro. And it's the longer you take to do something, the harder it becomes. Because what happens is the exact thoughts are going through your brain. Like, what if I do this? What if I do X? What if I do Y? Are going to keep going through your mind. They don't just disappear, man. Out of nowhere. But when you jump, you know that you've actually done everything possible to put yourself, your family in the best position going forward. So what do you need to do to know when your head hits a pillow tonight, you know you've done everything possible to change your life?
Well, I wanna speak to the guy used to work. He's telling me I'm doing 9800 for his thing.
You've already spoken to him, bro. He's
I
already
want to,
told you. He's already
yeah.
told you what he has. You've already spoken to him. We don't need to speak to him again, right?
Mm,
Like the thing is, man, you already know what's there. You're just wanting to do that to get more certainty. The hard part about life is that we'll never get certainty until we try something, we actually do it.
Yeah.
So from everything that you've done, man, what are you gonna do?
You know, I want to speak to.
Want to speak to your dog this time?
No, I want to. So,
Isn't it funny how you're in sales and you're giving me all these objections? So it's like the one thing you'll realize, Brian, is like you'll actually get these objections. These are the same ones you're actually giving, which is funny.
yeah, I know.
You start realizing it for the prospects a pattern, man. The pattern only overcame once you can overcome it yourself, man.
Yeah.
Because you can keep being the guy, man, who just wings everything and hopes things change just like he has for the last 18 months.
Yeah.
Or you can be the guy who actually takes such action and actually changes life.
Part of me said my intuition is basically telling me get a sales job, go into that offer, see kind of where you're at in terms of your skill.
Be the winger, man. Like you can. Again, it's like your intuition is telling you all this because it's thinking based on where you are. It's never going to think based on where you want to be, right? It's like when I was making 15, even 10 grand a month like you were, man, I was making decisions based on where I was. But to get to 30, I had to start making decisions based on where I wanted to be. That was the gap. Not making decisions based on where I was. So again, if you look at it based on the guy who you want to be, does he look at it like there's two perspectives here? There's the guy who goes, oh yeah, let me just wing it. Let me try it on my own. Hope things change. If they don't, I'm going to get training. Or the guy who puts full certainty in himself, invests in the training, actually backs himself to get the results he needs to for himself this time.
I mean, what if I do the training and I just go? I mean, I know you said nobody gets worse, but what if I did the training and the approach was so much different to, what
if you died tomorrow? What if your cat got ran over by a truck? Who knows? Anything can happen. What you can do though is look at this. You can sometimes make decisions based on data. The guy who's made 33 million in his sales career, the guy who's been able to teach 33,000 people, there's a guy in front of you who's making 70 grand a month who has done the training. When you look at the data, man, it's like the question is, why would you not be successful? What makes you so different? Ibby's going to be that one guy who comes to the training and doesn't get results.
No, but I get it because I've sold people.
You're going to be that one guy? You better not be, man.
No.
And if you are, it's right. You have to realize that. And if you can put yourself in situations where you're going to get the results, you have to do everything necessary to get there.
Yeah.
Because I really hope you're not going to be that one guy who comes in training, does everything, and doesn't get results. And if you do...
No, if I'm paying for it, dude, I'm making it my fucking money's worth.
Okay.
So,
you know you're going to do the work.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Are you actually going to be committed to mastery, man?
Something telling me to just get a sales job and make some money in that.
You know what that is? It's your perspective based on where you are. You keep making decisions based on where you are, man, you're just going to keep getting the same results. By the last 18 months, nothing has changed. You start making decisions based on where you want to be, you start getting those results.
Yeah, I'm struggling to make a decision.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Same thing you're going to ask your prospects to do. Make a decision on you on a call.
Yeah.
Congruency is the biggest thing, man.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and tell me you can't make a decision. It's the same thing you're going to be asking your prospects to do.
Okay, so I'm going to say to you, no for now.
Yeah.
For now, no. However,
I prefer no.
I would rather. I'm not going to forget this call because you've done. You're a good sales guy. Like, you're very good. I do want to. I want to get in a role. Just kind of see what it, take some calls, listen to the call recordings of the top guys out there that are on the call, that are at the company. Go through the motions, and I mean, if I'm like, okay, you know what, like, I feel like I have a lot more to learn, or I feel like.
Well, that's fine, man. 100%. Yeah, like, look, that's fine. Say though is that the only thing you can control when it comes to selling is your skills. So if you're looking at a perspective of what can I do to control what I need to control, it's going to be controlling the skills. The only thing you can control is your skills. And what you're choosing to do is be like, no, even though I can control my skills, I'm not going to do something that can actually help me with my skills. I'm going to just do something that won't help me with my skills, do it the same way I have, and hope things change. There's two patterns, bro. There's a guy who says, okay, I can control one thing and one thing only in sales, and that's my skills. Regardless of what happens, even if you get on the worst offer, you will have what to your name? The skills that you actually learned that you can take anywhere and make money from. This is what is so good about sales, is when you learn the skills, man, you can go absolutely anywhere and crush it and make money. And the thing is, that's how you do anything in life. You sell. But if you don't learn the skills and you continue to do the same things that you have been, you will continue to be in the same positions.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I wish you the best of luck. It just depends. You got to do what you feel like is best for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey man, if I do change my mind, I'll ask for you, and I'll be a lay down. So yeah.
All right. Well, have a good one, boss.
So, man, I appreciate your time. Take care.